All right, how is everybody? So, going to talk about a shave soap here today. Just got this one in the mail, and honestly, I'm testing it out to see how well it performs, and kind of looking for a good soap that we can carry in the shop and everything. And this is one that we were sent for testing. This is, the lady's name is Jennifer. Really pleasant lady to speak with. Farmhouse North Ice and Woods. I also got, where did it go? A cologne from her, Ice and Woods cologne. Okay, can't remember the cost of these. They weren't bad. It's like 25 bucks maybe. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But you know, if you're a dollar a milliliter, that's not too bad. So I first sprayed, I'll talk about this for a second. I sprayed a little bit right here on my arm. And at first I was like, I'm not getting a whole lot from it. It's okay. You can smell, I'm like, all right, that's a nice subtle scent, which is cool. They have their place for sure, right? So as the day went on, it really started to envelop into something a little deeper and really started to, the scent really began to expand. Then it died off a little bit. It kind of mellowed out and everything. I still smell it. There's still some skin scent and everything, but the projection of it really increased, which was pretty cool. Usually your projection starts, it doesn't go up, you know, it usually starts and comes back down. But anyway, I don't know where the ice comes in, honestly. I'm sure it's because it's not real pungent, woodsy. So I guess there is a mix of something in there. I've said it before, I'm not the greatest at describing notes and scents and everything, but there is a deep woodsy scent to it for sure. It's from the jewelry box in Gatlinburg, in the Gatlinburg Mall. The wooden box, the jewelry box, something like that. So, you know. Anyway, we're going to test out the soap. I've used it a couple times. And I want to do this because the first time I lathered it up, I was like, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like blown away, but it wasn't bad either. And so what I noticed, like, it didn't, all right, I wasn't blown away by what I seen on the brush. But as I began to lather it, it got better, which is kind of interesting to me. I was like, huh. So, give it a good load here. And I've had some water setting on it a little bit, so I'm really kind of putting it to it here. You know, it feels really good on the skin. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't feel too pasty. It was just different that it didn't take more. It exploded in a different spot, I guess I could say. If that makes sense. The brush had gotten cold, so put some warm water in there. Ugh. I don't know if I want to shave or not. We might. All right. Now, what I'm kind of looking for is I want something that somebody can lather with very little experience, okay? So, because we get a lot of first-time wet shavers in here, and let's see what we can do. All right. Let's take a different brush. I'm not gonna hit it. Yeah. See, it's nothing real impressive right there, all right? So we're gonna put it on here, and maybe I didn't load it enough. I said I'm putting this through the paces. I think my brush is too wet. All right, let's start over, okay? I'm gonna put it through the paces, but I'm gonna get a fair chance too, you know what I mean? Yeah, that feels better. Get a little bit of suction on there. Suction, I like that word. Just maybe made up. Yeah, that's good. Sorry about that. My first load of this brush was entirely way too wet. See that slickness that just kind of starts to come in? I was really, as you agitate it more, I was really kind of surprised by that. I really was. Because at first, I mean, you saw it, it didn't seem like it was going to be as good as it became. I'm kind of surprised. Now, probably have still a little too much water in here, but I'm kind of rushing through, you know, for demonstration purposes and for really, you know, testing it. Testing something like this, I want to try to lather as poorly as possible, because somebody to get this that's new to wet shaving, you want them to be able to do it. And you can see the more we work with this, when I'm squeezing my hands and everything, we're starting to build these peaks, which is really impressive. It's like the more you work it, the better it's getting. So I'm kind of, I like it. I like it. As it's drying on my face, I don't really like the feel, but you're not going to have the soap drying out on your face like that. All right. Let's see how it feels with a shave. That's what's important here. It seems like I had something else I was going to discuss as well, but I don't know where that might be. So, I don't know if she has an aftershave or not. If she does, I would like to try it, because, you know, aftershaves are so much more than just putting a fragrance oil inside a witch hazel or alcohol, which is what some people do. And for some people's skin, that's good. I don't personally care for it, but you know, hey. All right. Now I'm not going to use anything but this soap and water. Dig in there real good. You probably don't need to dig in as much as I have. I was going to try to bowl lather, but nah, who cares? I'm sure it'll be just fine. That feels good. Okay. Like, I've got no complaints. And honestly, talking with this person, the maker, I feel like she's one that's really passionate about her product and will just keep making it better, if that makes sense. You know, some people, companies, artisans, whatever, are, I guess, I don't know. They just feel like there's no room for improvement. And maybe there's not for some. Maybe there is for others. I don't know. All right. You know, that's got some good cushion to it. I can almost barely feel that. I like it. Feeling a little bit right there. But, you know, that's no preparation. I'm just finishing up the work day and decided, what the heck, let's shave. This came in the mail today. So I was like, I've tried on a few clients for a shave, but not on myself yet. So here we are. Now, using shave soap on clients, we can either sterilize the brush and use a new brush, you know, but once you get to the face, you're not going to use that brush again. Use another sterile brush. Or you can scoop some out into a bowl. Do it that way. Do a quick and dirty shave. Yeah. All right. This is the leaf twig with a Treat Platinum blade. Not really a fan of the blade, but it was up here on my station. I use it on clients like, because they're cheap, they're thin, they're easy to get in and out of the razors that we use. Boom. So now what I'm going to do is just give a little rinse here. Okay. I'm going to go back for another pass. I don't really know if I need to go back to the puck. I don't. Wow, look at that. Always like the way lathering feels on a smooth face. Slinging water everywhere. So, oh, the scent is not that strong in the soap. So, you know, I probably would want a different, a stronger scent, maybe. Some people do, some people don't. I'm torn on it, all right? I don't want a stronger scent at the expense that that, you know, the fragrance oil begins to burn the skin. I can't stand that. And also, I don't want it so strong that I've got to smell it all day. Like if I'm using it at work and stuff, that gets annoying. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Like I don't use shave soap in order for the scent. That's what aftershave and cologne is for. So if it doesn't really have a scent, I don't really care a whole lot. It's nice. It's a nice bonus. And if you're buying something scented, it might as well have a good scent, you know. This is pretty light. Now, I don't claim to have the best nose. You know, look here. COVID really jacked my nose up, all right? And that's been 2 years ago. It's still, but it's weird. I can smell other things better than some and so forth and so on. Okay. That's that. All right. So Farmhouse North, kind of an interesting name. Apparently the shave soap just came out like this summer. All right. So I've got a weird kind of little irritation going on at the bottom of my neck that I'm feeling, but I feel like that's from the blade and kind of the, and it just went away pretty much with a, you know, cool wipe down. So I can't really blame the soap of that at all. But yeah, that feels pretty good. Got no complaints with that at all. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. Okay. So while we're here, we're going to go ahead and talk about something else. Actually, we're not going to talk about it here. We're going to talk about it somewhere else. I said somewhere else, but I meant something else. All right. We'll see you next time when we talk about something else. Stay tuned.